Since the Battle version 2.7 update, we are 2 units down the line. We've got the Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku, and we've also got Ultra Super Perfect Cell. We can see that they are somewhat tailored towards the Battle version 2.7. That's as a result of their mechanics, and you can expect there's going to be more of that as we go down the line, heading towards the end of 2025 and maybe even beyond. We don't know what other updates they're going to release this year, so for example, a block button, but one thing's for certain, certain mechanics have just gotten stronger. I'm gonna be putting out 5 in order that I think have gotten a major buff and are going to be the most valuable going down the line this year in 2025. Comment down below what you think are the top 5. Let's get into this. So the first one I wanted to discuss is Second Life mechanics, but more specifically indestructible or anything that is genuinely a second life. So we're talking about succession, revival, and comeback. You can maybe lose some stock on revival with the way people's kits are tailored to just get benefits of taking out your revival, but with succession, which we only have Trunks and Gohan over here, and then we have a bunch of comeback now, or 2. I said a bunch, but we've got Turles and we've got Golden Frieza. These are the ones that are more valuable. Endurance is losing stock by the second. I'm not going to lie, everybody was getting it. It was like an endurance wholesale. Vegeta would say a bargain sale, but honestly, everybody was getting endurance. Still probably is. And with a lot of the new characters, we got the endurance notification. It's not as valuable, I would say. So units getting that, it might become a norm for Legends Limited, but it's easy to counter, or easier to counter, since it's like the default. When it comes to these second life ones, so this guy with the comeback, Golden Frieza with the comeback, this guy with the succession, it's a full second life. There's no nullification of that second life unless they drop a full like Beerus where he's able to Hakai and completely just nullify any second life. There was that for revival, but these ones I don't think it applies, so it just makes it tough to get around. We've got the indestructible as well. Now the only reason I don't want to hold indestructible as high as comeback and succession is because of what happened to Bardock and Goku with the Beast Gohan tech. If you guys don't know, Beast Gohan, when he transforms, he removes your vanish, and against this guy you can drop combo, or this guy you can drop combo and then hit a blue card where they'll have no vanish, and it will hit. It will do crazy damage and probably take them out because they don't heal as much. So that's why I'm not holding indestructible as high. But second life mechanics are crazy, man, and I think the more that come out, it's gonna make it harder to play the game in general. It will make games go longer, and they're gonna shift between high damage output games to survivability, and I feel like the main way to keep survivability in the running long term is to add more succession, comeback, and revival. Maybe indestructible here and there, maybe even a new type of indestructible. We seen in Dragon Ball Daima, Goma, that guy keeps regenerating. He'll have indestructible every 25% of his health. He gets a new set of indestructible. That would be berserk. But yeah, I think this is going to have insane stock this year, and it's only going up, keeping teams alive. Next, we've got anti-blast armor. Now with the release of Ultra Super Perfect Cell, they've added the anti-blast armor onto this guy's kit, and them doing that, look, the armor break here, them doing that means that there's 2 units together that can be run together with the exact same type, so they're both ranged and they also both have it. Now granted, Cell only has 1, you know, since he's got blast armor on his strike as well. Gohan doesn't have that. It's still crazy nonetheless, so you're gonna have 1 extra if you run them together that could swap in occasionally, and that's super impactful in PvP. Let me also add that I feel like if you have blast armor, you shouldn't have the blast armor break, so the nullification. You shouldn't have blast armor on the strike, but Cell has both, which is crazy. It feels like this armor break is a new generation version of blast armor, and it's probably better because you can't get around it in any way, shape, or form. There's so many things that have blast armor: strikes, blue cards, green cards, awakened arts. Bro, you literally can't avoid it. You just can't. The only way you can get through is maybe the Rising Rush and Blast Nullification. I think Ultra Gohan here has it on his ultimate, and Cell also has it on his ultimate, and that's pretty much it. But everything else that's like close range moving forward, it makes it so difficult to play, especially with the fact that you can't back float. You know, There's tight spaces now. Your reaction time's gonna have to be way better when they're throwing out blast cards, when the time frame to even react was already too small. But now it's just 0. You're not getting around that. Makes it so high value. If they add one more unit with blast armor break, that's gonna be it. I could see like a Ultra Jiren having that. He hits the blast darts, you're not breaking through. Maybe a Gogeta, a Broly. I'm seeing units like this that could have the armor break. If a one more unit gets it, considering these two are Cell Saga, and if that third unit is most likely going to be a range type because that's the type of thing it is, you put that new unit on the leader slot, these two together, that team is going to be crazy. That's easily going to be the most oppressive blast team in the game. And that's a problem, especially with these two being different element as well. Like let's say these two are red. You could just counter the whole team with blues. But one's green, one's red. With one being green, it protects the red from the blues. And then whatever the third element is, watch them nice the green, so they'll drop a yellow to protect the green from the purple with blast armor break. That's crazy, man. This mechanic has so much stock, and it's annoying to deal with, bro. It's just annoying. Third blast unit, I've seen, well, back in the day, people used to run Super 17 with Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So just imagine what they'll drop this year. That's number 4, man. Number 3 on this list, we've got the nullification of endurance. They lined it up perfectly, and we should have saw this coming. With all the endurance units that we got last year, boy, let's start listing them. Majin Vegeta, Rose, Daima Goku can get endurance too. Did I say Gotenks already? I don't know if I did. I have short memory right now. Ultimate Gohan, Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, God Goku. That's 7 just off last year. And then the God Goku got a buff this year. We got MVP 17 this year. Bro. Cell has endurance. Hey, everybody gets endurance. So if everybody's getting endurance, you gotta come with the counter. And the counter is to nullify endurance. If you're able to do that permanently, hey, you got good stock. Now looking at androids, the team was literally manufactured, and I say manufactured, in the developers' headquarters to make sure that their team can nullify endurance. So let's just say you don't want to run this 17, right? I'm just going to presume this 17's buns anyways. I haven't really read his kit, but I don't need to. I just know that he nullifies endurance when he is being run with Android 18. I'm not running this 17. I'm going to run this 18, MVP 17 with the plat. So this girl is going to nullify endurance. Cell already nullifies endurance permanently. And then I'll have MVP 17. So that's 2 endurance units. And the whole team is androids. Isn't that crazy? Is that not just crazy, bro? That's too much. And if they just start giving out more units that nullify endurance. So let's just say hypothetically, even they Zenkai the tag droids, they Zenkai LF Rose the purple. Well, I think he already is a Zenkai. They give him a plat. They Zenkai the tag droids though, or give them a plat. That's tough. Nullification of endurance will go berserk, and all these guys of endurance will just be getting taken out unless you got a literal rush. I mean, a literal counter against rushes, because then you could just rush anybody. Even if they cancel buffs, you can just rush. So that goes back to what I was saying before with the value of second life mechanics that are pure second life mechanics, like indestructible, comeback, succession, and revival. Those ones have high stock, but endurance is just plummeting by the second. And this is only the beginning. We're only 3 months. So we're not even a quarter of 2025 in, and we've got 3 units that can permanently nullify endurance. They're clearly making a move here, and Androids has the highest stock right now when it comes to beating survivability teams if they're not pure second lives, which is why I have this at number 3. This at number 3, very reasonable. Number 2 here, and a lot of people might be like, how is this number 2? What's number 1? Well, number 2 here is explosive greens. Any character of explosive green, if you want to play PvP safe, these guys have just got the upper hand. Ultra Majin Vegeta, even though he's kind of low-key down right now off the boost and because of Cell. Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, crazy with the explosive green. Super Saiyan Goku, I spoke about him at the start of the video, but he's tailored to get vanishes and explosive green. As soon as he gets a vanish, he gets a green card. That is crazy work. Like, why does that even happen? But it just allows people to play passive so that they can go for the green. You know, you can out-aggress these guys and take advantage of it because they're going to play with such a predictable mindset. But if they wanted to play it safe, they have the option of doing so. And then God Goku, of course, who got the plat this year. And this is only a couple explosive green guys. There's obviously a lot more. But these are like the main ones that are in PvP right now that I can think of. And these guys are all crazy. Goku probably the weakest, which is saying something here. Ultra Gohan going crazy right now, especially matching with Cell. And I spoke about him earlier in this video. Majin Vegeta is Majin Vegeta. And God Goku with that plat. It's just dangerous. It's all around just the safest play to vanish an explosive green. You don't have to use any brain power. It's the same equivalent of like removing somebody's vanish. But instead, you don't need to be even concerned about their vanish because you can just attack them with the explosive green and get your priority. I don't think I need to say more about this. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Very, very annoying to deal with, but it's in the game. So we gotta deal with it. Now the last one here, I'm sprinkling a bit of bias. I don't care. But you see this mechanic here, the Ultra Instinct mechanic. This is going up this year. And that's on the condition that Ultra MUI drops this year. Everybody's expecting it. So this is a very understandable number one. But Ultra UI gained a lot of stock with the Battle 2.7 update. Of course, he can't do it by himself. But he is very, very valuable because of it. Should go without saying. He doesn't have to worry about backflowing because he's got the dodge. And he can flip out of combos, which is nice. But one thing I did want to speak about is this guy potentially getting a Zenkai. People were waiting for this the whole of last year. I don't know why. But this year, it's probably going to happen if they're also going to drop an Ultra MUI, making the whole UI team go crazy. This guy has the Otobaki win. Time those taps, he doesn't even engage. He just wins. If you hit him with a card and he dodges it, he outputs damage. And he can also just dodge naturally, just like Ultra UI and every other UI unit in the game. So if this guy Zenkai's, the stock goes up to the moon. We've also got Ultra MUI potentially coming. And then this guy already is gaining stock. He's the most recent UI addition. Also the most powerful with the way his kit is built. Naturally clear. But also one thing that I should have actually brought up. I don't know why the tab wasn't open. But we have the idea for a plat equip for this guy. I think he would get a plat before a Zenkai. This guy's going to need the whole Zenkai. MUI is going to need the whole Zenkai. But if this guy gets a plat, it goes in hand with how I hyped up the second life mechanic, UI mechanic going up, and then this guy's kit also just gets a major buff, being able to keep up with the current meta demons. That's all round perfect for Universe Survival Saga, and that's what I'm anticipating. So of course, like I said at the start of this, I'm sprinkling a bit of bias. It's more like a projection, this number one standing. But holy crap, when I run 3 UI units, unless I make a mistake, it's obviously possible to make a mistake. I'm clear. I'm winning the game of time accounts or of pure damage because I'm not getting hit if I'm running 3 UI units. MUI, give me that Zenkai and drop this plat and drop Ultra MUI. You don't even need to drop both. These two both don't need buffs. Just pick one and actually take this guy's buff instead of MUI's. Personally, I want the second life. But MUI, Ultra MUI drop at the end of this year, please. Please. Now, I've got one honorable mention. 2 actually. But this is the first one. Super Saiyan Goku Mini, Super Baby 2, Ultra Majin Vegeta, and Super Saiyan Goku. What do these guys have in common? The answer is that they're able to lock in and snipe you. Super Saiyan Goku Mini over here, his blue card, once his gauge is filled, he will literally apply no switching, which means his blue card is guaranteed to hit that person that he's faced with. And that can do crazy damage, especially when he's type advantage. Super Baby 2 over here, when his gauge is filled, his ultimate also applies no switching. He was the first person to get it in 2024. Very powerful, in fact. We got Ultra Majin Vegeta, the one where we felt it the most, at the end of 2024. Closer to the end anyways, not completely the end. His ultimate came with the ability to lock you in. And that means that G4 got completely obliterated. And we got this guy here early in 2025. his ultimate also has the no switching effect, which means that when you're pressing certain people, you don't have the leeway to just let them keep attacking you and wait till the ultimate triggers. You have to preemptively behave in a way where you'd be able to anticipate their attack. I don't even know if I'm using that correctly, but you know what I'm saying. You have to anticipate it. And that makes it hard, especially if your unit doesn't have any sort of survivability. So these guys are getting the upper hand. It's only because we've only gotten one this year, and while Ultra Major Vegeta basically is getting countered right now, you can still use him, but he's on the low. He's going down basically. His stock's going down. Super Baby 2 stock been down. This Super Saiyan Goku, he's not that great, but he is cheesy. But Diamond Goku stock's only gonna go up. We might see more snipe units, we don't know, but this is something that I did want to speak about because it is quite valuable, especially once you run into it, you're like, oh damn, I can't do anything now. And this is my second honorable mention. I didn't know whether to put it in the top 5, but it could easily make top 3 by the end of the year. We've got the Goku Black Rose cover null. You guys know that when it first came out, it wasn't all that great, and that's maybe because it's on Rose. But you can take something on somebody that's not that great. Rose is actually pretty good, but by comparison, you know, take something that's not that great on somebody and put it on somebody else, and it becomes the greatest thing ever. It's about how you execute it, and that's what makes it valuable. So Cell over here swiped Rose quickly, and if we look at his ultimate arts, he actually gets the application here. And because it applies on his ultimate, on cover change, a character like Beast Gohan won't be able to cover change this into his counter. And that means Cell is free, while being red and type advantage over Beast, he's free to just destroy anybody. And that's pretty valid, obviously in addition with his permanent nullification of endurance. But in general, it's valid. So if we start seeing ultimate arts that come with this written, well, not that, sorry, I thought I was on Cell's page. I highlighted it automatically. With this automatically, that's a game changer. That's a game changer. A lot of people's kits are gonna benefit off that, while the other team really won't be able to overcome it. I see a lot of units getting this year, but I'm not too sure if they will do that, but I would hope so that we could actually start hitting ultimates again. It's like they invented something and now they're trying to fix it. Then they're gonna break it again eventually, but you know, it's something that is definitely high stock since we've seen it on Cell. But that's going to be the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about my top 5. I gave the top 5 being survivability, specifically comeback, indestructible, revival, succession. Then I went into anti-blast armor as my number 4. Then in my number 3, I have the permanent nullification of endurance. That is very, very valuable. And then number 2, we got explosive greens. And number 1, I've got the ultra instinct mechanic. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.